Today, we are focused on soil shear strength for the FE Civil exam, specifically the Mohr-Coulomb failure criterion and its relationship with the triaxial test. You will find the governing equation in the Geotechnical Engineering section of the NCEES FE Reference Handbook. The equation states that shear strength tau is equal to cohesion C plus the effective normal stress sigma prime times the tangent of the angle of internal friction phi. An extremely common exam trap is to provide total stress and pore water pressure. You must remember to calculate the effective stress sigma prime before using the equation, as it represents the stress supported by the soil skeleton. For coarse-grained soils like sand, cohesion C is 0. Their strength is purely frictional, so the equation simplifies to tau equals sigma prime times tangent of phi. The exam will test your knowledge that sand is cohesionless. For clays, the analysis depends on drainage conditions, a critical point of confusion. For a long-term, drained analysis, we use effective stress parameters, C prime and phi prime, because pore water has had time to dissipate. Conversely, for short-term, rapid loading on a saturated clay, we perform an undrained analysis. In this case, the friction angle, phi, is considered to be 0. This is the essential phi equals 0 concept. The shear strength is simply equal to the undrained cohesion, C sub U. The FE exam frequently provides the unconfined compressive strength, Q sub U, from a UCS test. You must know the relationship that the undrained shear strength, C sub U, is 1/2 of the unconfined compressive strength, Q sub U. These shear strength parameters are determined in the lab using a triaxial test. In this test, a soil sample is subjected to a confining pressure, sigma 3, and then an axial load is increased until the sample fails at a major principal stress of sigma 1. An exam question will give you these failure stresses, and you'll be expected to use them to determine the shear strength parameters, often by drawing a Mohr's circle and the corresponding failure envelope. The three main types of triaxial tests are the consolidated drained, consolidated undrained, and unconsolidated undrained tests, each modeling different field conditions. A key mnemonic to remember the behavior of clay is if the water is drained, friction is gained, meaning phi is greater than 0. If the water is trapped, friction is scrapped, meaning phi equals 0. Watch out for questions that try to confuse you between drained and undrained conditions, total and effective stress, or the unconfined compressive strength and the undrained shear strength. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.